So I'm not particularly happy right now, although I'm a little bit happier than I was a couple of minutes ago because I ate some ice cream. I'm walking to Barva, and I've already done that. And my original plan was to take a bus from Heredia to Barva and then walk from there. I couldn't find the bus, and so I just ended up walking here, and then 2 buses passed me on the way. And a couple of times lately in Heredia, I thought, oh, I just need to refamiliarize myself. But it's been objectively very confusing to find out what buses are, so note to myself, I really need to double check that and know before I go, and not just assume that I'll be able to find it. So this is Barva Town Square, and apparently if I just keep walking this way, I'll find where I'm going. I'm kind of hot and tired because I walked an extra 2 or 3 miles, but it's not that late. I'm just northwest of Barva. Last couple walks I've had some good luck, and I kind of trusted in my route and trusted that things would appear. So for example, the walk to the ruins of Ujaras was actually a lot more tranquil than it could have been. So I think I kind of assumed today maybe my luck would continue, but now I'm walking along a road that's narrow but has a lot of traffic and doesn't have a sidewalk. And we'll see if this continues, and this might actually be a walk that I will abort at some point because I'm not going to walk along a narrow road with trucks, but it might get better. And oh, look, we do have some water down there. Wish I knew which river that was, which river or creek. It's so hard to remember. Anyway, let's see if my luck improves. So I crossed to the other side of the road because there is a sidewalk here. There have been a few sidewalks, but in general, no, I don't feel good about this. I'm going to look at my map and see if there's like a side street. See how that works. So we are still in Barva canton, and this is the Distrito de San Pedro. And I'm continuing for one reason, well, 2 reasons now. Looks like we have a sidewalk. This might actually persist for a couple hundred feet. And then there is a road that I think might be less busy that I'm going to turn onto in half a kilometer or something like that. Look at those beautiful hills. They look so nice and pleasant, and also far away. So this is the center of San Pedro de Barva. Don't know what the rooster is about. We have the district parish here. And we have a nice little park, and this is the first place where I've had shade and I could rest since leaving Heredia. And I think I've decided I'm just going to walk around this town and go back because I don't know what the road looks like, either the main route or the other route, and how much up and downs it would be for the next 2 miles. So I'm actually going to walk around town a bit and then turn around and go back. And right now I'm just enjoying the shade. So this square also has a fountain. Not 100% sure of the potability, so I didn't drink, but I did give myself a little refreshing sprinkle, and then there's a cool breeze, and I feel a lot happier with the world than when I was walking up the scary road without a shoulder, not knowing where I was going. And look, we have a pasajero with benches, a plaza. So, like a lot of places here and a lot of places in the United States, you can have an ex-urban town, and getting to it can be really difficult because of the nature of exurbs. But once you get there, it can be pleasant by itself. So yeah, once I ignore my trouble getting here, this is like a nice little pleasant hill town. Kind of a suburb, kind of a small town in its own right. And look at sidewalks with shade. That's all I need to be happy. And at first I thought there was some type of little field here or something. No, that's just a Walmart. Actually, maybe there is a field, but it's not like a park. I don't know if I'm actually supposed to see what looks to be an old coffee plantation with the trees cut down. Also, like a lot of exurbs, whether it's here in Costa Rica or the United States, it's kind of hard to say when you've left town. I was just walking around, outside the plaza, and now it looks like I'm more on a road outside of town, but there's still houses and businesses. So I feel like I'm kind of in Rush Prairie. Ask Zia McCabe if you don't believe me. And I really wish I could visit those hills outside of town. That is a goal, and one of the reasons why I'm doing these walks is to complete the logic up into those hills. But I think I'd have to start earlier, know where I was going, and bring some water. So for today, I'm just going to turn around, walk back into town, wait for a bus. Wow, that guy is so cool. One thing about walks like this, sometimes it's hard for me to like kind of come up with a narrative because the town doesn't really have a town center. I can't like tell a story about it. I was walking along a strode. I was kind of scared. I got tired, so I decided to stop, and there was a nice town square, and I stopped for a second. But it's kind of hard for me to visually demonstrate, like, you know, the essence or the life of a town like this, again, here or in the United States. The road I would have continued down, and maybe that's a great road. Maybe we might find out another day, but I think I'm going to taste it. I did not, in fact, get on that bus because there wasn't a bus stop, and the bus just drove off. And I think this is the bus stop, even though it's not really the direction. Yeah, this is the type of stuff that, like, it would be really easy and make things easier to, like, mark bus stops or put them in an obvious place. So I actually walked a little bit further out of town because I was looking for another bus stop, and maybe this is more logically placed to have more buses back to the valley. And we'll find out about that, but that's my guess for now. And hopefully I can get back to Heredia in time to take the train that goes to UCR. So today was a Wednesday, and I had a lot of time, and I ended up here, and I ended up not doing everything I wanted to, and kind of not having quite the energy and attitude. And it's just an example of they can't all be winners. Sometimes I'm happily surprised, and sometimes I'm unhappily surprised, but I still go out and see new things. And hopefully this is interesting for viewers, seeing more of the area.